Alright, comments. Yuck. Kind of like stomping maggots on a fish in a barrel. Messy and smelly, and probably no point. But I'm doing it anyway. Alright. I hate people so fucking much. The only good human is a dead human. I mean, I really want to just rewatch every alien movie ever made and just like root so hard for the aliens. Alright. Maximilian guy. This is a nice guy. Oh yeah, my Misery and Me guy, Jay Sounder guy, whatever, Yvette Silly Putty, just did the Wayward Horizon book of Flip Floppy. You know, and he needs to be spiritual. Anyway, like you couldn't see this one on the drawing board already. Like, you know, the whole deterministic universe that, oh yeah, he'll probably do that again 2 or 3 more times. I mean, there's a point where you just say, hey, you know, you're a nice enough guy, but why would I even... There's a point where you just say, why would I pay attention to somebody who can't make up their mind? I mean, it's just like, whoa, is that ever tedious? I have principles for a week or 2, when convenient. Sort of. The rest is just notions. I'm going to do a video on my notions. These are my notions for the day. Exciting. Anyway, the drunken peasants are a waste of time and space, human equivalent of fart jokes. Yeah, pretty much. But regardless, they're popular and we're not. So, stick that in your... and fart it. Anyway, I really don't like this. Just another YouTuber 3 guy. 1 was okay and 2 was but 3, this guy I don't like much. Really doesn't impose aught. So he's basically, you know, getting the goal of being productive impose aught. Yeah, well, the point is 2 plus 2 does impose a 4. There's a certain structure to logic, and so you can say it doesn't, and I'm going to say you're full of shit because you can't do fucking rudimentary math. If something's a fact, like pain is bad, then it has a consequence, shithead. Okay, and it's just a fact. You want to ignore the facts? That's your prerogative, jackass, but I'm basically arguing in my videos that you're a fucking jackass then. So fuck off, please. I mean, I really don't. I don't find you at all useful. Yes, you do make comments. You do throw little pissyisms at people who are obnoxious. But fuck you, I don't need it. I mean, people who can't do this logic thing. Fuck you, I don't need it. Illogical people are gross. There, I said it. Yeah, they're worse than Muslims. Anyway. Alright, learning MMA. I don't know what that is, but just doesn't look good. Whatever an MMA is. Uncircumcised penis are fucking disgusting. Irrelevant. That's really not the subject. The subject is there's a decision to be made because there's a circumstance that you can't possibly recreate. You have this one opportunity to do this thing at a certain moment in time, and it changes the future in some kind of significant, but not terribly significant, but significant way. And it's just a fact. You can't do it both ways. You can only do it one way or the other way. And the 2 ways have arguments in their defense. And it's a difficult decision. And assholes who think they have knowledge of the truth, that they've somehow experienced both, are full of shit. It's like people who think they know what it's like to die. Yeah, they somehow know exactly what the average sensation of death is. You know, they've seen some people die where they just go, oh, I feel like dying now. And, you know, they're dead. And then there's people who don't die that way at all. And they kind of just pretend the people who don't die that way at all don't exist. The people like Jack Kevorkian saw die. And it gave him a purpose in life because he watched people dying. That was sort of his job, you know, assisting the dying. And he found it repulsive and repugnant, disgusting and horrid. Retards. Alright, so anyway, disgusting is it's just pointless and irrelevant to say something like that. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, well, vaginas are fucking disgusting, so let's have them cut off. I mean, stupid. Yes, the hole's very good, but I don't need all that crap in front of it. Less clean and visually unappealing. Alright, well, the less clean thing, we're not really talking about clean. We're talking about the fact that it's more susceptible to carrying different things, like fungal infections that really are difficult to, athlete's foot and such as fungus. Fungus is not easily just washed off. It's the kind of thing that just keeps regrowing. You just kind of like getting rid of mold. It's not easy to do, especially when it's on your fucking penis. And so it's just a fact that when tested, yes, uncircumcised penises will always have fungus, and the circumcised ones will almost always not carry the fungus. Just a fact. The visually unappealing. Again, what fucking use is that kind of crap in this argument? It's just subjective crap. Maybe somebody finds it appealing and interesting. That, oh, look at that, the penis changes and the little thing pops out. It's, ooh, what fun, little red rocket kind of game or something. And the penis head is a little slimier and smaller, and so it's more fun. Maybe. Cut penis are sexy, again, subjective crap, and have less chance of infection. Well, I mean, quite obviously the World Health Organization wouldn't say the cheapest, most effective way to combat AIDS in Africa is circumcision. They're just conceding to the fact that, yeah, okay, penises with extra skin on them are going to carry extra shit. They're not going to carry good stuff. They're going to carry bad stuff. There's no good stuff a penis can carry. So there's no point in giving a penis pockets if it doesn't need to have them. And the fact is, you don't need to have pockets on your penis. It doesn't have any valuables. Alright, that's irrelevant, dumb cunt. Yes, of course it is. Your username is fucking cringeworthy. Yes, well, we've already been over his username. He is a dumb asshole, and he will be blocked because he just keeps talking as if I am interested, and I have already pointed out that you keep making the same retarded arguments. You're not going to find me at all interested in what you have to say. Let's see. Jesus Christ, smell your farts harder, Gary. Right, so I make the argument, right? You have some balls to criticize anyone for being arrogant. Ha ha ha. So I'm being arrogant by arguing that people can't know what it's like to be circumcised if they're uncircumcised, and vice versa, and that the people claiming to know what the right thing to do is are the ones who are being the arrogant fart smellers. Quite obviously. So, we don't need. Alright, circumcision is, in fact, genital mutilation. So here we go again. Let's ignore rational rhetoric. So, breast augmentation in women is breast mutilation. Hair plugs are scalp mutilation. Any augmentation to the human body, a nose job, is face mutilation. So anytime anybody augments anything, it's mutilation, because you're going to ignore the purpose or intent of the people who do it. You're going to ignore the fact that there are rational reasons being applied, not malicious ones, not destructive ones. There's no intent to do harm or damage. You're going to pretend none of those are truths and just continue with your propaganda because you're a fucking foreskin Nazi. And more than a feminazi, you deserve the term Nazi because you're just behaving like a fucking arrogant Nazi. You're just a bigot, a foreskin fucking bigot. And you're just demonstrating it with this vacuous, empty drivel of an argument. Almost half the fine touch, no, heat and pressure sensitive nerve endings. Yes, like the ones on your belly button. They're not exactly sensual nerve endings. There's not too many people that say, oh yeah, that's such a sensual place, my belly button. No, it's an irritant. Okay, so you don't know the difference between irritants and sensuality. The foreskin isn't intended to be a sensuality organ. It's intended to stop bugs from eating your dick. It's intended to let you know that you're being a little too rough. Okay, that the bark of the tree is a little too aggressive. It's intended to protect your dick, idiot. Okay, so keep pretending, keep spouting the nonsense as if you're making a rational argument. And again, I'll point out, your brain creates your sensuality. Your brain wires to what you have. Okay? People with bigger penises don't have more penis fun. Okay? They don't have more, oh, I have so much better orgasms and I have much better sensations, I have more fine touchy and all this kind of, no. So this is an irrational, silly, idiotic argument. Okay, the number of nerve endings are irrelevant to what your brain does with them, you stupid retard. They only exist as a lot of nerve endings because of the purpose of the foreskin. Its whole purpose is to detect irritants, idiot. Okay, it's not there so you rub up against grass and stuff. That's not why it's there. It's not there just to, oh. It's not the nerve endings. Those aren't your penis, shithead. The ones. The foreskin is the opposite of the They're the Yeah, moron. And almost all the movable skin on the penis is amputated by circumcision. Well, again, I could demonstrate if you really insist. I mean, I do have plenty of videos of me and my penis, but I mean, there's plenty of skin. Okay, I've been circumcised and I have lots of skin on my dick. Well, maybe that's because it has to stretch and all that kind of stuff, so blah blah blah, but there's plenty of extra skin, no problem. I have plenty of extra. I don't need any extra. I don't need triple extra or quadruple extra because I already have plenty of extra skin. Idiot. Liar. That's what you are. You're a liar. So the penis is mutilated. Well, again, saying this word when it has absolutely nothing to do with the intent or the purpose or the actual result or anything to do with the subject at all is just propaganda. So you're just obviously trying to deceive and manipulate the argument with grotesquely excessive and grotesquely inaccurate description for the purpose of your propaganda because you're a bigot. Okay, and you can't win the argument in any kind of honest way, so you have to cheat. Let's see. You need me to quote you the definition? Yeah, that's right. Do that, idiot. Well, you're not going to have a chance because I'm done with you. I'll listen to 2 minutes. Oh, brilliant. Wow, that's even better of this, and that's all I need to know. You're a complete idiot. Well, I have a worse opinion of you, okay? You should be hit by a truck. You're so fucking stupid. You're a menace to civilization because you obviously don't give a fuck about a fact. You don't give a fuck about the truth. You're just a propagandist, lying cunt. And so, yes, good riddance. I hope you die soon. I hope you're killed horribly soon, actually, but you know, my personal wishes aren't important. Sweet yams for Cheerios. Whatever. Goodbye. I think this guy we can just block if there is such a thing. I don't want to hide the comments. I want him blocked, you fucking cunt. Do I really have to go all the way to his channel just to block him? Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate YouTube. Blocked. You see, they have to go to the channel to block somebody. I mean, it's just so fucking stupid. I hate YouTube. I just hate it. Fucking lying cunt medium. Alright. This guy. Okay, now he's made comments previous that are just stupid, you know, wishy-washy mush. Oh, you can't tell people not to have children. It's wrong to say they're doing a bad. Because they think they're doing a good, and you can't tell them they're doing a bad. Just wishy-washy fart. He always called me Darth Diarrhea. He's not any kind of barracuda. I wish I hadn't been circumcised. Okay, now that could be interesting. Let's find out why. I could have had a lot more pleasurable sex. Okay, so there's some reason. You're going to tell me the reason, right? It's my body. No, that's not the point. I want to know the reason. You could have had more pleasurable sex because of what reason? What did circumcision do to your penis that you find unacceptable? That you know would be so much better if you weren't circumcised? What fact? Because if you weren't circumcised, you'd have more likely premature ejaculation. And the advantage would be, oh wait, yeah, that's right, I can't think of one. It's my body. Give me a choice to do what I please with it. Well, again, the argument is it's like the argument I made, and everybody just keeps ignoring it. The point is if you do it at infancy, it's a lot less of a procedure. Nobody's going to have it done later in life, and that you're saving somebody a huge liability. So it's like electrolysis, like women hair, too much hair or something. Now, what if you had a genetically a hair thing, where you were really hairy, and you knew your daughter was going to have hair all over the place in all kinds of unnecessarily ugly places, and she'd have to go through electrolysis and all kinds of shit and get a bunch of her her follicles ruined and turned into cysts and have boils and all this crap because of it. And you could solve all that with some little procedure, a 6-minute procedure in infancy that caused a little bit of damage, but heals no problem. That's the point. The point is, if you do it early, it's 6 minutes. You do it later in life, like hair transplants, it's thousands of dollars and very unpleasant. And the same is true for circumcision. The later you do it, the more unpleasant the procedure is going to be, and the more radically it's going to change your brain's connection to your junk. And so it's not a logical argument to say, don't make the decision for me. Because if they don't make the decision, there's no decision. There's no choice anymore. And you people don't want to understand that? Okay, I can't help you. Okay, if you can't understand how an adult male isn't going to risk his sexuality on some kind of idea that, okay, well, maybe if I have my foreskin cut off, things will be better. And even if they thought that was true, doing it later in life is quite unpleasant. You don't understand that? You're really dumb. You fucked up, Gary. No, I didn't do any such thing. I admitted, I told exactly the truth. Oh, here, he's going to say something about that. Gary, just admit it. Admit what? I'm perfectly satisfied being circumcised, and I see the reason why my father exercised the rational judgment to have me circumcised, that I see it as perfectly reasonable behavior on their part. They weren't trying to mutilate me. Yes, I understand that. That's the honest truth. That's what I honestly see, shithead. Okay, I don't have any complaints, jackass. You want to keep pretending I do? The fact that you wish you hadn't been circumcised, that's your problem. That's not my problem, as I'm saying. Are you telling me I have a problem I don't know I have? What is it, asshole? Explain it to me, because I can't find it. Shithead. Just admit it, and most everyone will accept it, whatever that means, and see it as a more honest and modest person. Well, again, this whole coercion into saying I've got to change my opinions to satisfy your bigotry. No, I don't, you Nazi. Perhaps the only bodily mutilation I support is the vasectomy of boys, so they cannot violate anyone else's rights. So you're going to prejudge them all guilty. I didn't need to have a vasectomy when I was a kid because I'm not irresponsible. So you would assume me irresponsible. Oh, thank you. It would be a preventative measure that would have no impact on the value of a person's life. Well, again, you know that because you have had personal experience. So maybe it's your vasectomy that's harmed your sexual enjoyment and ruined your life. But I don't pretend to have a super sophisticated argument for this. Oh, so you're just making noise. You're just farting on this comment section. Thank you very much. But no, I really don't need any other farters. There's enough of them already. I mostly just don't see how a vasectomy could harm someone if antinatalism is a political effect. Well, again, antinatalism doesn't fix the world, so if you're not going to do the F-list thing, that is, sanitize the entire planet, then this whole fucking antinatalism argument goes the other way, because there might as well be people because they have some potential to blow it all the shit. So if you're not going to kill the animals, then I'd rather not kill the humans, because the humans are a threat and a menace. and they'll probably decrease the number of animals that actually do exist eventually just by sanitizing patches of the world. There's patches of the ocean now that are sterile, thanks to human beings. And so there's some hope in that sense. Obviously there's more rats on Earth than there otherwise would be, but there's a lot less buffalo. So, it's hard to figure out exactly what the end result is, but it tends to appear that human beings tend to destroy living things. So anyway, fuck you, though. I mean, you're going to make an accusation about my honesty. That's just about, that's a kick in the nuts. And I'm not going to take it from you, fuckhead. Prove to me that you're man enough to kick me in the nuts. Okay, that you have some right to do it. And you do it with a wishy-washy comment like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. And then you have the balls, the arrogance, to kick me in the nuts? Fuck you. Till dead. Inmendham Trolls Trust. I don't see these kind of comments. I don't even know what these mean. So, what do you want me to say? Fuck you. I don't know what that means. Quiet before the storm. I bet I'll wake up tomorrow in this video another 50 tons of shit publicly poured on me. Can't wait. Well, whatever. You won't have to worry because you're not gonna post on my videos anymore because I am blocking you. Well, I might as well do it now because I don't think it'll delete the comments. But yeah, fuck you, you weaselly little trolly piece of shit. Fuck. I've made videos on circumcision before because other crazy fanatics like yourself come out of the woodwork. If you look at the ratings on the comments, you'll see that there's a bunch of thumbs up for a bunch of really retarded comments. So clearly this is a subject that allows me to figure out who's an idiot and who's not. I mean, it's a great idiot test. These people who think they know the truth. They're certain it's wrong to circumcise. They're certain because they've experienced both sides and they know the difference. No, they're not. They're religious fucking kooks. Okay, who pray to foreskin, which has got to be the lamest fucking religion. Well, I mean, praying to a maggot-covered fish would probably be even stupider. But, I mean, you can't get much lower than foreskin, to tell you the truth. Anal tissue? Why don't you pray to the anal tissue? It sort of fits with your pedophile icon. Alright, anyway. I'm smart and Donald Trump is stupid. LOL, unsubbed. Well, great, thank you. I really didn't want you subbed. But, I mean, quite obviously, Donald Trump's an idiot. Natural preference, you mean an addiction. Fucking off now, guy. Be swell. Well, whatever. I think I'll help you fuck off in a more substantial way. Frankly. Oh, I can't. I gotta go to some about page here. What the fuck is this shit? I hate this plusy crap. Alright, there. We just block that guy. Goodbye. Oh dear, I might have closed the window before it finished blocking him. Well, anyway, I just delete it. Alright, the problem with what you are proposing are people that abuse the law. Women are not some rainbow unicorns. Well, again, no one is saying they are. But, you're just not going to make a rational point here. So you're looking like just another typical resentful male who's made lots of mistakes and he wants to blame it on the woman. Without guilt, they are also manipulative. Yes, and so are men. It doesn't mean anything. Thousands of cases of men sit in jail because of fake rape accusations, and many millions of rapists are not incarcerated because it's a difficult thing to prove. Now, you want to argue about the justice system, that's your prerogative. You want to complain and say that there's too low a standard. I would almost argue that it's clearly too high a standard, but regardless, I mean, it's very difficult to convict a man of rape. It's not that easy, unless he beats the shit out of you or in some way damages you physically besides just raping you. If you don't do something aggressive to prevent the rape, you're going to have a tough time. And if he's, if he does the old stick a knife in her neck kind of thing, and she realizes that there's absolutely no point in resisting because she's going to end up with a knife in her neck, So you want to just pretend it's not a difficult circumstance, that this isn't a real horror for some women. They can't go places alone, they can't do a lot of things, their lives are compromised, and you're complaining. Fuck. It just makes you a petty asshole. Men do the raping, women don't. Also, there are psychopaths who don't really care about the law and they will rape even if there is a death penalty. That's not the point. The point is there's plenty of them who are afraid to die. It's demonstrated all the time. You see these little whiners, you know, after they get, you know, it's what, 10% of death row inmates are waiting, can't wait to get to death row. The rest of them are trying to stop it from happening because they don't want to die, because they're egomaniacal crazy fucks. So let's not pretend they're not afraid of dying, because they are. Control freaks don't like dying. So anyway, generally speaking, blah blah blah, but I have to say it's just an ignorant comment, so I'm deleting it, because fuck you. This guy is a feminist, ha ha. Yeah, well, a feminist isn't about you know, kissing pussy. A feminist is about what you argue and advocate for politically, what kind of statements you make about the truth about what women are. And the mere fact that I can understand that women are in a vulnerable condition and position, that it is, their rights have been compromised because men don't want to take responsibility for men, and that they have liabilities, not having a penis, being obligated to do the whole fucking pregnancy thing, and a almost psychotic period thing, and you're just pretending, well, look, why the bitch do what I do? The bitch isn't in the same position as you are, idiot. You dumb, ignorant fuck. Yeah. A long-time subscriber finally turning out. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. You know, whatever you are. You talk about Trump never doing a day's work. Yeah, fact. All you do is sit around all day making fucking videos. Well, obviously that's not what all I do. So I obviously have acquired a lot of skills in my life, right? So how exactly could I acquire? I mean, I can wire a house electrically. I can do the whole fuse box thing, wire the whole thing. Okay, up to code. I can do plumbing, do code. I can do gas lines. I can fix furnaces. I can fix cars. You know, I'm not an A mechanic, more like a B or C, but yeah, I can do it. So how could I acquire all of that knowledge without doing work? You think Donald can do any of those things? I don't think Donald can tie his shoes properly. All you do is sit around all day making fucking videos, whining about how shit your life is. No, that's exactly what I don't do. I whine about how shit life is, not my life. I basically say over and over again how lucky I am. It's in a lot of my videos. I talk about how lucky I am to live where I live and to have to even be alive, considering my circumstances. I've escaped so much of what my life could have been, and I'm very appreciative of how fortunate I have been to end up in this place at this time. So you're just lying about me. You're a long time subscriber, yet you lie about what I've said. Oh, you're just a stupid ignorant cunt, aren't you? Yes. Let's see. You think you're better than everyone. I think I'm smarter than everyone. Yes, that's true. I really do. Yes, you're all idiots. And you prove it all the fucking time, because all you do is lie, distort the truth, play word games. You can't put sentences together without cheating all over the fucking place. You're just fucking weasels. Bugs. Then you talk about cops like they're all killers. No, that's not how I talk about them. But what I do say about them is they're all guilty in the sense that they all know what goes on. Okay, I've seen it happen, so the evidence is in. I've seen it in my personal life. I've seen cops lie to women, get them pregnant, okay, pretend they don't have a wife when they do, get girls pregnant, and they don't even pay for the abortion. I've seen them do all kinds of disgusting, weaselly behavior, and I've seen their little comrades justify it, and protect them. I've seen them crash into people on the highway, and I've seen their buddies show up and take them away for 6 hours so the alcohol can get out of their blood. I've seen it. Asshole. And the statistical facts exist in the world. The fact that they couldn't have a ban against assault weapons for men who beat their wives because too many cops would have to surrender their firearm. For fuck's sake. You do their job, motherfucker. Yes, gladly, I'll do their job by not being a fucking hypocrite. And if I did do their job and I sweared to be a public servant, well, that's who I would serve, the public. Not my self-interest, not my buddy's interest, the fucking law's interest. If it's so easy, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. Talking shit out of your fucking ass. A fucking degenerate on a pedestal. Yeah, well, it was going to win a Nobel Prize, Mutzi. And every debate I've ever seen you in the same. If someone doesn't agree with you, you scream over them. Well, that's another pile of shit. If somebody insults me or says something profoundly retarded like you're pretty close to just saying nigger, aren't you? I mean, you just can't wait to have it fall out of your mouth. Then yeah, I react to people when they say really retarded things. Insult them and throw a tantrum. Fuck you, seriously. No, seriously, fuck you. Seriously. So I think we can put him on the old block list. I'll solve your subscriber problem. Look at the morons. Mark Dice, I'm sure he's brilliant. Yeah, Rooster Man, yeah, I'm sure he's worth listening to. Fucktards. Anyway, so, goodbye. Get what you deserve. Life apologists, oh no, they're asshole. The Monsanto topic is a lot of variables, in my opinion. The main one being, if there are seeds accidentally get into another property, it doesn't matter. Monsanto now owns the land. Well, that's not all true, okay? The truth is that people do that quite deliberately, and then they just use it as an excuse. And Monsanto has a right to take people to court and say, well, demonstrate how this happened accidentally, please, because we couldn't, in a laboratory, we can't make that happen accidentally. So I don't think it was a fucking accident. Yeah, you're just trying to steal our product. Yeah, make it yourself. Well, that's not how it works. Yeah, we have the patent. You don't. Fuck you. And, for 10 years, I'd say they have a right to do that. But once the 10 years is over, then I'd say, yeah, you have a right to steal as much of this shit as you want. Alright, anyway. Let's see. It's like if I just grew flowers next to you, then screamed you by letting my flowers grow in your yard. Oh, again, you're saying this is the truth. I'm saying that show me the actual evidence that this is the truth, that the people Monsanto went after didn't actually steal the shit, and they're just using these as excuses, okay, the Twinkie defense. How dare they try to standardize seeds? Well, the fact is it costs money, okay, to hybridize these things, do these genetic manipulations, and it would be idiotic to say they have no right to recover the cost of the product. I mean, that would be just silly. So if you're going to say intellectual property shouldn't have value, then you won't have any intellectual production. That's the way it works. You have to give them some chance to make their money back, retard. Who cares? Their suffering is burger, right? I don't even know what that means. God damn, your argument is interesting but full of holes, whatever that means, which can actually be filled with data which supports your argument. I don't know what that means, you tripper. Malpractice circumcision, 200 deaths per year. Lie. Absolute lie. Cervical cancer, 90 deaths per year. I don't even know what that means. Cervical cancer only kills 90 people per year, or doctors doing surgery only kills 90 people per year. I'm sorry, that's just ludicrous crap. This is absolutely a lie. A preposterous fucking lie. Alright, so you can just go fuck yourself. I'm done with you. I mean, that's just outrageous. 200 deaths. Reported where? By who? Yourself. Oh, that's who reported it. Oh, of course. Yes, you did a survey personally. Unblocked user. Oh, I've already blocked him. Oh. I don't remember blocking him. And if he's blocked, how the fuck did he post a comment? Well, I think I'll just hide him also then. Yeah, that hiding thing is even more malicious. It's even worse to get hidden, as I found out. Just hiding, you don't even know your comments are hidden. I thought it worked the other way around, that only I wouldn't be able to see the comments, but they'd still be on the board. But apparently hiding means nobody sees them, which is, that's excellent. Anyway, I mean, except the person who got hidden should be told, you've been blocked. That's what they should be told, you've been blocked, because it's the same as blocking. Was this filmed in a truck with a sign free candy? Wow, that's just brilliant. That's on the Stefan Molyneux video. I mean, these guys are really, the anarchists are pretty fucking dumb. I think their brain is on anarchy vacation. Alu Balance Gold snack bars. Okay, well, I think this guy's worthy of a blocking. Let's get some sort of chitter chatter name here. Chad Chatterley. Chud fuck you-y. Thank you, but no thank you. Biodegradable man. An idiot. Let's see. We should circumcise all animals too. Even whales should be circumcised. Okay, first, whales don't have foreskin. They have a completely retractable penis because they live in the ocean. You don't need foreskin in the ocean. There's no like brush in the ocean. And when your penis is completely retracted, obviously you don't have a parasite problem. So you can understand that, can't you? You know, we should send foreskin divers down to do it. Isn't that just a funny guy? Such a funny guy. Yeah, fuck you. Alright. Oh man, jeez, he's just so out of control. I won't sleep with uncirced men. It's disgusting. I don't think you don't like any men, so this whole argument is kind of moot. I did one time, and he ended up getting a yeast infection. It was gross and hard to eliminate. Well, again, these anecdotal stories aren't terribly impressive. The truth is, though, yes, women are subject to yeast infections. Men's penises carry yeast. That's not a good idea. That's not a good combination. You're getting trolled by men's rights wackos. Yeah, well, I'm getting trolled by assholes. And frankly, sometimes you're a troll because your rhetoric is just so excessive. So I don't know. I'm not going to read all this gibber by the jackass. And that's perfectly fine as your personal preference. Men have a right to decide whether sleeping with women like you is worth it. Okay, without having part of their penis cut off. So again, it's his penis is foreskin. So like I said, people who can't even identify their penis properly, they can't identify the parts properly, they're authorities. That's kind of scary. Yeah, that's really scary, frankly. Inmendham, you stupid retard. You can get the not getting consent to be born thing, but you can't get the mutilating a baby's penis without consent thing. Well, as I pointed out, once you've had a child, the responsibility is to violate its consent constantly. That's what being a responsible parent is. Children have to be raised. They don't raise themselves, retard. So if you don't understand that, you're really dumb. You're going to have to make all kinds of impositions. So you wouldn't vaccinate your child, you wouldn't do anything, make any decisions, you wouldn't give your kid braces, you wouldn't do a damn thing for your kid. You wouldn't impose on it at all. Idiot. I mean, you're just an idiot. So it's not okay to give birth to a kid, but it's okay to cut off part of the baby's penis. So again, they don't know what a penis is. They don't understand the concept. Just kill yourself. No, you first. I know it doesn't solve the problem, but the earth will be better for it. Yeah, well, like I said, you can just go fucking die soon and horribly. And I hope many people see you squirming and vomiting and are put off the whole life thing altogether by your horrible, unpleasant death. So, yes. Get what you deserve, you scummy piece of lying cunt shit. Yeah. So I think we'll just officially block Shiggy. So I don't really need any Shiggies hanging around. And what do we have here? The backyard scanalist or something. Yeah. But anyway, even just by the icons, you can just say, "Oh, none of this looks good." No. Goodbye for as long as hopefully forever, and such. Shiggy. Anyway. Let's see. MGTOW stuff. Wayward Horizons, the other vacillating philosophical loop-de-doo. Anyway, he's too blue pill so far. Once he goes MGTOW, he'll get it. At least I hope so. Well, whatever, you can hope, but that's never going to happen, you little turd. I'm never going to be able to unrealize that women have it a lot harder than little green puke trolls. I disagree on this point. A good video, though. Well, I don't know if there's any point in announcing your disagreement, but fine, whatever. Why would he want to watch more than one circumcision? LOL. Well, that's how you acquire knowledge. I mean, watching one may not be terribly informative. So I saw one on a 9-year-old, and I saw one on a baby infant in the hospital. One was performed at a, whatever, some Jewish thingy, you know. But they had the technology. He didn't. The rabbi didn't chew it off. You know, he had all the proper instruments. 6 minutes, like I said, 6 minutes. Why would want to smoke more than one puff of rat poison tobacco? People, smart and dumb alike, are a bit odd. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. It's you know, nicotine's an interesting drug. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of drugs, but you know, it is. I have to concede. It's sure as hell did something to me. Can't, you know, hard for me again to complain about the end result, but I'm just saying, yes, it seems no point in getting addicted to something. I mean, addiction isn't a good thing. But unfortunately, some things that might be good or might be addictive. You know, so it's not like they're all bad things. So the only thing that's addictive. You know. Best video title ever seen, and it was a reason to sub to you watching Ghost into the Stickham Days Ghost Present. Well, you know, okay. Wow, I did not expect to trigger so much. You would make a whole bloody video on this. Well, like I said, I've made videos on it before, and as these 9 thumbs up represent, there's a lot of ignorant cunts like yourself who obviously need to be blocked because they can't do anything called logic. You know, and they're defending propagandists and liars. Defending liars just really can't have anything to do with being a good person on planet Earth. I'm flattered, I guess. Well, again, just pervert the thing into play your little word games. Continue to play your word games. Speaking of acting irrationally, you called me a fellow anti-natalist. Well, again, I'm not an anti-natalist. I'm an ethicist, but besides that, okay. I don't judge people based on this belief, and clearly, as I've pointed out, just like veganism or anything else, there's a lot of people who are something, but for the wrong reasons. So I'm quite skeptical about all of you people having any capacity to really understand anything, because as I've pointed out, I think you're all pretty fucking stupid. You're a subscriber, and believe it or not, someone who is going to donate money to you was going to. Yeah, I don't believe it. So yes, I'll choose not to believe that's true, because you have had plenty of chance to do that if that was your intent, and you didn't. So yes, that's just talk, isn't it? Cheap talk. A fascist and told me to fuck off, etc. Yeah. You are a pinnacle of rationality. What do I need you for? What function do you have? What good are you? Oh, that's right. You are of no good. You're of no value. You're a liar and an abuser of the truth. Okay, to, for your own malicious little petty bigoted purposes. Why would I find this at all interesting to have on the team? I mentioned the words blue pill in my original comment for a reason. Oh no, there's no good reason for that kind of cliche crap, pigeonholing nonsense. I thought you would bother to look up what I meant, but you clearly didn't. No, I understand blue and red pill from the Matrix, and it's a silly decision whether or not to accept, a comfortable life or go or live in shit. The two choices, being trapped in a world where, it really didn't have to be mediocre, right? The whole plot of the movie was stupid in the sense that obviously the virtual reality could have been a pleasant place rather than an unpleasant place. But anyway, I'm not going to read all this nonsense. I thought you would bother to look it up. I meant to clarify, but I didn't. If you bothered your misandric tendencies, you would understand why circumcision is a big deal. Well, I don't even know how this has anything to do with anything. Reprogram your misandric tendencies. What does that have to do with the Matrix? Simply out of principle and human rights, specifically male rights. Male rights to be what? Irresponsible. Oh, I get it. You could really benefit from some MGTOW in your life. Well, I'm not going to read this propaganda, obviously, and so there's nothing else in here. Okay, so idiotic argument here. Oh, okay, so what about yeast in a woman's vagina? So for the sake of appeasing women's, we gonna cut a piece of a boy's dick off without consent. Oh, Gary, you silly misandric blue pillar. Women's vagina are self-cleansing. So it's really not the same issue at all. So where's your evidence of that issue? They're infected. Okay, that's the truth of it. You want to deny the truth, go ahead. I mean, it would obviously be a statistical relationship between the occurrences of infections and sexual activity. Those are real things in the real world. What's the real purpose of circumcision with no consent? Then there is no medical urgency. Nope, you bigoted asshole. So again, no argument there. There's nothing. This isn't about medical urgency. It's about whether or not you do the right thing, and the right thing might be to save somebody the trouble of fixing it later. So a baby is already born, so the big imposition has been committed, and now suddenly cutting a piece of his dick off is okay. Gotcha. Well, again, you're saying it's just cutting a piece of a dick off. The World Health Organization says it's the #1 most effective way to prevent the spread of AIDS in Africa is circumcision. So you're just going to keep ignoring any kind of truth. Yeah, right, got it. Alright, so anyway, you can just fuck off with this shit. There's no facts in there. Alright. Yeah, we're running out of time. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it'd just be like this nonsense. I refrain from saying mutilation. Well, whatever. You refrain from what? Being a preposterous idiot. Oh, gee. Great. When thinking and writing about circumcision, talk of mutilation amounts to assuming a derogatory conclusion. Well, that's not even the point. It's an inaccurate description of motivation. To assert that circumcision is mutilation is not valid from a form of argumentation. Well, gee, great, thanks. I'm glad you get that much right. But that doesn't change the fact that American routine infant circumcision must cease as soon as possible. Why? Why must it? Why? Why? Again, you're presuming to know that you know it's wrong to circumcise. You know it's not the right thing to do. It's not an advantage. It can't possibly happen. It could never possibly be in anyone's interest ever to be circumcised. And you know it from what fact? Oh, that's right, none. Because it has no medical or hygienic value. Well, again, the World Health Organization has stated it's the most economical, most effective way to prevent the spread of AIDS in Africa. So, again, just keep lying. So, yeah, I'm going to delete your comment because you're a liar. Alright. And, I could keep going, but I won't. It's all just too stupid. Oh, I hate this fucking cunt, so yeah, I want to get rid of him anyway. I'm sick of you fucking turd. Your icon is ugly as fuck. And I'm just sick of you. Yeah, fuck you. So, yeah, blocked. Ugh, asshole. What an intellectual manipulation and twisting of data do you do on this issue? You justify you fetish for genital mutilation of babies. So again, just more lying. So sad. No, it's pitiful. It's what you are, asshole. Specifically in light of you other logical and valid viewpoints on animism and the mistake of life. Well, again, if you don't understand logic being the rule here, that if you're going to make an argument for the non-existence of life, it shouldn't be a false argument. So if your argument for against circumcision is that it's mutilation, well, if you think life is mutilation, or if you think life, if you're going to use that kind of distortive rhetoric, why should I trust your viewpoint on antinatalism? I think you're obviously a perverter and cheater of the truth to use such perverse and totally inappropriate language. So maybe your viewpoint on antinatalism is made out of the same kind of bigotry and ignorance. So fuck you entirely. Alright, so I think that's enough for now. I've certainly had enough. Just hate people. I just really do hate them. Anyway, so till the next time. And I guess I could have read some of the misogynist shit in here. Oh, here's somebody. This one wasn't terrible. I'll read this. I've been in a long-time relationship with both. Only time I got a urinary tract infection was with a circumcised guy who didn't shower enough. LOL. Gross. Yeah, well, so you had a long-term relationship with somebody and you couldn't even tell them to shower more? Wow. Wow. I've been with uncircumcised guy now for over a year. Well, so this is the short term, so this is the third guy, or what? I don't know. Over a year isn't exactly a long-term relationship, but anyway. And with absolutely no problems, and I honestly prefer it. Okay. I'm just saying that's called anecdotal. I'm just saying that you can't go with just this anecdotal stuff. You have to go with what is in the practical real world. And the practical real world is you take a petri dish and you go randomly up to penises, and you take a swab and you swab the penises, and then you put the shit on the petri dish. And the fact is, okay, is that for certain fauna, okay, you'll only find it on the uncircumcised penis, and it won't be on the circumcised penis. And it's just a fact. And I'd argue that that's a pretty good argument right there. But I can only state that as a circumcised male, I have no complaints. So I would be a hypocrite to say it's not a good thing, because I can't really imagine how you're going to improve my penis by putting a lump of skin on the end of it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't look all weirdy constructed. Well, you know, so again, this is just a subjective, you know, aesthetic thing, and, you know, I don't know what to say on that. I mean, see, I think some skin is good, you know, just a little bit of skin to kind of take the edge off, okay? But skin going all the way, you know, and hanging an inch down, I don't know, that just, sorry. I mean, that doesn't look good. I mean, it just looks like it looks gooky. It looks like it's not gonna, just anecdotal, but figured I'd share my 2 cents since the other woman did. Yes, very good. To the person saying women naturally do not give a fuck about men, fuck you too. Yeah, well, I don't think anybody gives a shit about anybody, so, frankly, I mean, I don't think men really give a shit about women. You know, they just, it's a hole, they want to fuck it. They're done fucking it, they want to just shut up and, you know, make brownies. You're as shitty and bigoted as that man cheese person. Yeah, well, she is quite, like I said, she just can't tailor her argument at all to be anything somebody could take seriously. So, you don't get it, do you? No, that's right, I don't. Nobody gives a fuck about your preferences. Well, you know. That's being kind of rude to a woman that's actually agreeing with you. Puke. It's irrelevant. Drill that into your solipsistic female head. Oh, so he's just going to make insults about women. Oh, what a waste. We'll just get rid of that comment. Well, let's see. What would even be the point of foreskin if no bitches in the world would like uncut men? I don't know. That might have made sense, but I don't think it did. I'm going to get rid of this other shaggy comment we can get rid of. I disagree on this point. Good video, though. Yeah, I really just don't understand that. That is a weird thing to say. But whatever, who cares? And such. So anyway, till next time. And so forth and whatnot. I don't think there's anything to add. I don't know. Yeah, well, whatever. These are dismal times on Earth, from my perspective. Anyway, till next time.